Morning, friends. Happy to see you all in this online program on Bibexcel and other tools that can be used for analyzing the metric data. Metric studies has been the most sought after research area in library science since many years. Starting from Librarian, the concept coined by Dr. S. R. Ranganathan, we have gone very deep into the focus of metric studies, maybe bibliometrics, scientometrics, infometrics, webometrics, or altmetrics, and many such kinds of metric studies are in the line. But this session, we would like to introduce you to a software called Bibexcel, a free software which was developed by a great visionary called Oli Person. And this is a free software. Just go to Google and type Bibexcel. You'll get a single exe file, and just click it. The software will start working. Fine. And this session we talk about the Bibexcel software and how you can analyze the data what you have downloaded from different databases. And this is the page of the entire software, Bibexcel. You can see here. Just bring it a little down for you to make it very clear. And these are the menus: file, edit doc file, edit out files, add data, classify, analyze, miscellaneous, mapping, help. So these are the various menu items available in Bibexcel. Fine. And here certain areas are there, and this is a file area where you can select the file, in which drive, in which folder, which name your file is, so that you can select the file that needs to be analyzed in Bibexcel, the first box. And here the second box, it tells you whenever you want to find out a frequency distribution of a particular variable, then you can make use of this particular box, left side, second box, middle box, for the purpose of either creating a frequency distribution of a unit of study, or you can slice out the research output from a particular query. So you give a query, you get the answer. From the answer, you want to slice and you want to create a new file. So that kind of activities can be done using the middle box. And the left side bottommost part is a very important part, where the tags which are added to the bibliographical elements of various databases are to be entered here for the analysis. Fine. This is a area where you have to key in which bibliographical field is to be analyzed. Whether you want to analyze author or year of publication, or document type, or funding agency, or Bob Science category. So here you have to decide the field on which you want to conduct your metric study. This box. And if you come to the right side portion, here a small first box is there where it's given there's got few options, and you can decide when, after deciding a particular field on which you want to conduct your bibliometric study, you can decide what kind of field is that, whether it is a full field, or it is the field is separated by a comma, or something like that. Whatever you want to have, you can choose here. And the box tells you, when you give a query, the box gives you a result, how many units were analyzed, how many documents were included, how many were excluded. Such kind of information will be available in this box. And the box also be used for carrying out some calculations like H index, to write the formula, something like that. And this side, type new file name here. So whenever you want to analyze and add certain bibliographical data files, you can make use of this particular box. For example, you have downloaded data from Web of Science. You got 5 different files. You want to merge all the 5 files into a single file, and you want to give a name for that particular file, which includes all the 5 files. So here you can type the new name and you can save. And here the most important part of this Bibexcel, output screen, named as the list. Whatever command you give, you select the name of the file, you select the field, and you say whether it is a whole field or not. When you click on executing the file, the result will be available in the list box, the list. Here what you can do is that you can select the results, you can copy it and you can paste it in a Word form, or you can select few items and again you can paste it again for some other analysis, and many more things can be done in this list. Any result will have 501 result output to be displayed in the list box. If you want entire tree, you will click on view whole file, the whole thing will be displayed. And this is a layout of Bibexcel software. Fine. And you know very well, Bibexcel supports files taken away from Web of Science plain text or Web of Science tabbed format or RIS format, rich information system files. Or if you have downloaded Scopus data in RIS format, then you can use it in Bibexcel. If you're having a Medline format, you go to PubMed and you download the bibliographical details, you download the records in Medline format, you can use of here. Or if you're having a Commontext database, you can analyze here. So these are the few options, the databases which data can be analyzed using Bibexcel. Fine. And let me begin with the Web of Science. For example, what I have done is that I just went to Web of Science, I typed for some keywords, I got some results. And you know, Web of Science permits you to download 500 files at a time. So you can download the bibliographical details of 500 files at a time. So I have downloaded 3 files and the files are available in my system. Let me tell you how you can bring a Web of Science text file which I have downloaded from Web of Science database to Bibexcel, and how to convert this text file into a format that can be understood, that can be processed by Bibexcel. Right, that's the first thing. So before you start doing analysis, you should make the data ready for the analysis by Bibexcel. You should convert the TXT file, the data what you have downloaded from Web of Science, into a format that can be analyzed, that can be accessed, that can be discussed, that can be explored by Bibexcel. Fine. So let me find out the files. Let me go to my drive. Let me go to C drive. In C drive, let me go to users, desktop. In desktop, I got a folder called data for Bibexcel analysis. Okay, I click data for Bibexcel analysis, and it has got 3 folders: PubMed data, Scopus data, and the Web of Science data. So let me select Web of Science. And here you can see 3 files. Okay, saved rex 3, 4, 5, 3 files are there. If you want to analyze one file, you can take one file, you can analyze. If you want to add all the 3 files into a single file and you want to conduct a comprehensive analysis, that is also possible. Right. Let me tell you how you can prepare a text file to be ready for the analysis in Bibexcel. For example, I want to analyze this particular file. Maybe this file may have either 500 or less than 500 records of Web of Science database. I have selected this particular file. Fine. And here, there's an option for viewing the file. Just click on view file, and in the list box, it will show you what is the result. It says that Bibexcel cannot read the file because the file is having some kind of carriage return enter problem. So you have to solve it first. How to do that? Go to edit doc file, okay, and click on replace line feed with the carriage return. Okay, just click on that, and it says that the file will be converted into a file name with the .txt2 extension. Say OK. It is asking, shall I keep downloaded version without CR? Okay, no problem. Give no. Now the file is getting processed, and you can see the result here. The file is changed into txt2.txt2. Fine. Now the format is a little bit changed. So now this file should be converted into a format that can be accepted by Web of Science. How to do that? Please go to miscellaneous button. There, click convert to dialog format. There, you select convert from Web of Science plain text. So I'll repeat once again. I selected the txt file. I went to edit doc file. I click on replace line feed with carriage return. I got a file called .txt. Now I went to miscellaneous menu item, convert to dialog format. I went to convert from web of science plain text. I just click it. It says this procedure will convert. Okay, fine. Do you want to keep DOI numbers at the end? Okay, no problem. So now this file is converted into a .doc file, a format that can be accepted by Bibexcel for its analysis. So now our file is ready for analysis, and this is how you can convert a plain, a raw Web of Science text file into a DOC file that can be used for analysis in Bibexcel software. Fine. So this is a case when we have only one file. For example, you are having two files. Maybe here you can see the box. Saved Rex 4, saved Rex 5. Here two files are there. Maybe 10, maybe 15, maybe 5. You have any number of records, absolutely no problem. You can merge all the records. For example, you try for a keyword called artificial intelligence, you got some 7,500 records. So obviously you have 15 files, and you can have all the 15 files merged into a single file, a single .doc file, so that the records can be analyzed at a stretch. Now let me show you how you can combine more than one file. I have got 3 files, 10 files, 15 files, no problem. You can merge all the files into a single file. How to do that? First, you select the records. See, I select save rex 4 and save rex 5. I click the 2 files now. Now, I want to add the files into a different file name. So here, come to this particular box, type new file name. There, just click it, single click, and double click. If you do a double left clicks, 2 left clicks, you will get a path. It asks, by combining these 2 files, what should be the name of the new file in which the contents of these 2 files should be exported. So let me tell you, see users, desktop, data, fine, viewers, text data. Here, I want to save it as training. So I want to save it as training.txt. Fine. Now I just gave a new name so that the contents of these 2 files will be added to a new file by name training in this particular folder. Selected. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to select edit doc file. There I will add replace line feed with the carriage return. Before doing that, let me combine the files. To do so, I have selected 2 files. I have selected a new name. Just go to edit doc file. There, something like, please come to file. Come to file. There, append all selected files to another. So you're going to add all the selected files to a particular file. So click on append all selected files to another. It says this procedure will convert all the selected files into a single file, which is typed in the type new file name here. Say OK. Let me see the result now. You can see here in the select file box, a new document has come called training.txt. So this file has got the contents of these 2 files merged into a single file. Now, as usual, go to training.txt. Go to edit doc file, replace line feed with the carriage return. Just click it, and this will create a new file called training.txt. A new file is created, and this file is a base for us to convert into a Web of Science compatible dialog format. I go to miscellaneous, convert to dialog format, and click convert from Web of Science plain text. Just click it. Okay. Okay. Fine. Now you can see the training.txt is converted into training.doc. That means the doc file now it's ready for Bibexcel analysis. Fine. And this is how you have to convert the Web of Science downloaded plain text into a format, into a .doc file that can be understood by Bibexcel. So now file is ready. We'll start doing the analysis. Fine. So before we start doing the analysis, let us have a look at the abbreviations which are given at the leftmost portion of the data what you have downloaded. See, we have collected only the bibliographical information, and each bibliographical information is given a tag. A 2-letter tag is given. This tag will tell you what kind of data the particular field has. Fine. So if you come to this Word file, I've got a Word file here. You can see here what are the various tags you can have in Web of Science. I would like to tell you very prominent ones which we'll be analyzing. AU stands for authors, SO for publication name or journal name, TI for document title, LA for language, DT for document type, and Web of Science gives you 2 different kinds of keywords. One is the keywords given by the author called DE. Apart from that, Web of Science gives its own keywords for the articles that are submitted by the researchers, that is ID. Then C1 field just got address of all the authors. Then FU stands for funding agency, and NR stands for cited references count. You know, at the end of every article, you find lot of references, and this field will tell you how many cited references are there in a particular article. And TC stands for Web of Science core collection times cited count, total citation for the Web of Science core collection. And Z9 is a field that tells you how many total citations the article has got, including Web of Science core collection, BIOSIS citation, Chinese citation, data citation, Russian citation, and Scientometric citation. So this is a total citation, and this TC stands for Web of Science core collection total citations. Then U1 stands for usage count, last 180 days. That means in the last 180 days, how many times a particular record was accessed, was downloaded, was saved by the user. That is a usage count. And U2 stands for usage count since 2013. If you're searching for a data on a particular subject, maybe like machine learning, you got some 500 records, and this U2 tells you how many times a particular record was accessed or saved or downloaded since 2013, the usage count. Then publisher detail, place of publication, very importantly PY, year of publication, and PG, page count, and the Web of Science category. So Web of Science categorizes all the articles into a well-defined set of categories. You can see Web of Science categories. Then you have got SC, research areas, in which research area your particular article belongs to. So research areas. Then there is another tag called OA, Open Access Indicator. This tells you whether a particular article is available in an open access platform or not. There's an expansion of the tags. So these are the tags used in the Web of Science. This way, each and every database will have a separate list of tags, a separate list of code words. So we should understand, because only when you know the field names, you can make use of this field name like AU or SO or LA or DT for analyzing the same in Bibexcel software. So let me come back to our Bibexcel screen. I think we'll be able to see the Bibexcel screen. And here in the list box, you can see PT, AU, AF, TI, SO. These are the tags I was showing in MS Word file. Based on these field tag, we are going to analyze the data. Fine. And the data can be analyzed in many different ways in Bibexcel. Let me tell you one by one. First, there is a concept called single field analysis or single tag analysis. That means we are going to take only one tag for the time being, and we will analyze that tag. Fine. That is single tag analysis. Fine. So let me start with the PT. PT stands for publication type. I go to old tag option. I type publication type. So once I have selected the field, that means I am going to analyze this particular tag, particular field called publication type. Okay, now tag is selected. What is second point? Please come to this particular portion. Select the field to be analyzed. Now, I am going to decide that the publication type data has got whole field intact. It will have only one answer. It will not have many items. Publication type can be either journal or serials or books or conference papers. So this kind of publication type size, there will be only one publication type for a particular research paper. So I have selected whole field intact, and instead of click on go execute, you have to click on PREP, prepare. Okay, prepare button. I just click on prep. You can see here this procedure will going to prepare a frequency count. I say okay. You can see the result here, training.out output file. You can see first record journal, second record journal, third record journal, fourth record journal. This way it keeps on telling you up to 501. If you want to see the remaining things, click on view whole file, and you can see the whole file view. Whatever records are there, for all the records you can see which publication type that particular record is. So now I have just listed record-wise publication type. So this will not help you to analyze. I want to find out how many journals, how many serials, how many book chapters are there. So you have to conduct a frequency. How to do that? Please come back to the left side. Frequency distribution, select type of unit. Now I am going to select a whole string. That means the entire string should be taken into account. Start descending. Okay, and click on start and say okay, and you can see here the result is displayed on the screen. It says that there are 549 articles totally under study, and all are journal articles. Okay, this way you can calculate the frequency for any field. Fine. So this is how we have to analyze a particular field. Let me go back to our base document training.doc. I click it. I click on view file. 1 second you get the same file. Now the record is analyzed, one field is analyzed. Let me go to show you another example. LA stands for language. So let me analyze how many are English articles, how many are some other articles. Fine. So I go to whole tag. So what is first you need to select the tag or a field on which you want to conduct your studies. So I want to do an analysis on language, LA. Then you should decide whether it is a field that has got only one answer or many answers. This field will have only one answer. That means either it will have English or French or Spanish. Only one answer will be there. So I select whole field intact, and then click on PREP. Just click on that. Say OK. It says that already one .out file is there. Do you want to replace? No, let us replace it. You say OK, and the document is ready. So all the 549 records are analyzed. And first article is an English articles. It is in English. Second article is in English. Third is in English. This way, it tells the information about all articles. Fine. This says you record-wise analysis. I want to have frequency. How to calculate the frequency? Same procedure. Come to left side middle box. Whole string. Start descending. Stop. Say OK. You can see all the 549 articles are in English. Fine. It's clear. And this is how you analyze second unit. Let me go back to our base document, training.doc, view file, you get the file. Now, third one is DT. DT stands for document type. See, I want to check out of 549 documents I have, how many are articles, how many are reviews, how many are something like that. So, different document types are there. So, I want to analyze the document types. I just go to old tag, I type DT, that is document type. Then let me go to the field to be analyzed. I collect the whole field intact because this field will have only one answer. A particular record can be either article or a review paper, something like that. So I select whole field intact, click on prep, say OK, say OK to overwrite. Can see now, first record is an article, second record is an article, it says. Now let me calculate the frequency. Go back to left side, same formality, click start, say okay, you'll get. So what does it say? It says that out of 549 papers I considered for analysis, 539 are articles, 4 are reviews, 2 are editorial material, and 2 are proceedings in the paper, in the conferences. 1 is a letter and 1 is a book review. How can you copy this? You can select like this, say copy, say OK. It is copied and it is available in the memory of the computer. You can go to a MS Word file or wherever you want your data and just click Control V and you get the results. Fine. Otherwise, what you can do is that now I just selected it, I give copy, this copy. You can go to MS Excel so that what you can do is that you'll get the answer like this and you can paste it. Once it is pasted, you can do the remaining things like this. So normally it will be in a reverse order. In the sense, this will be placed on the right hand side. You cut it and paste it. You can give a heading. This is a document type, and this is a frequency. I can say it is a count. If you can calculate the percentage, and if you want to add a serial number, you can add a serial number. Fine. And here you can have something called total. Fine. You can find the total. Good. And I'm sure total has come here. 549. Fine. And you can call it percentage. And you see, you can select this file and you can draw the box all border. You can copy it. You can take your Word file and you can paste it. Your table is ready. You can say this is the document-wise analysis of maybe something like I tried for machine learning search output. So now table is ready. Fine. So either you can copy the output and paste in the Word file, or you can take it to Excel. I think it's better to take it to Excel where you can draw the box, you can calculate the percentages, and then you can take it to the place where you want to be pasted, where you want things to be pasted. Is it fine? This is about the document type. So let me go back to my previous thing, training.doc, view file. The file has come. So far we analyzed the publication type, we analyzed the language, we analyzed the document type. Now let me come down to show you some more features like NR. NR means cited references. How many references are appended or added to a file in your research output. So let me analyze NR. NR stands for number of references. It will have only one answer, 10, 12, 13, 0. So I select whole field intact, click on prep, say OK to overwrite. And you can see here, first record has got 49 references, second record 41 references. This way, you can have a list for all. To calculate the frequency, come to hosting, start descending, click on start, say OK, you'll get the answer. That means there are 19 records with 37 references, 18 records with 24 references, 18 records with 33 references. This way, the whole thing is arranged. So what's the name of the file? Training.cit. Either you copy and paste in Excel for further analysis, or what you can do is that the name of, please remember the name of the file is training.cit. So let me go to MS Excel. Fine. I think you're clear. Go to file, say open, and desktop. Let me go to my full data for Bibexcel analysis. Go to above Scientometric data. Let me select all files. Here you can see there is a file by name training.cit. You click training.cit, say open. You can see here the window has come. It says that the file which you need to import to Excel has got two items. One is 1234, another is 1930. You just click on next. You say next. You say finish. You can see two lines. Okay, the first line tells you how many records, and second tells you how many references. So you can add, I can say, okay, and this can be, you can find out the total if you want. and you can draw a table, you can add it to your research work. Fine. I click Totally, we have 2,713 references added to your records. Fine. If you come to this side, A column, you can check it. Can total it. It says there are 548 records. 548 records are there. That means I think we have actually 549 records, but it shows only 548. It means that one record, maybe it may be a letter or something like that, which doesn't have a cited references. Fine. And this is how you can have these are number of records. 19 records have 37 references, 18 records have 24 references. This can be converted to a table using percentage and giving headings. Fine. And this way you can directly open the file. That means you do an analysis in Web of Science with the help of Bibexcel software. Bibexcel gives a result in the form of .out, .ext2, .cit. You can go to MS Excel and you can open this doc file or OUT file. All the files can be opened in Excel. I opened the training.cit where I got the entire answer. I can do a list of things. So this is how you analyze number of references. And let me go back to my base document, training.doc, click on view file, and next to field what we're looking at TC, total citation, same procedure. Type TC in the old tag, whole field intact, because TCs will have only one answer. This particular document has got 5 citation or 10 citation or 20 citation, only one answer will be there. So whole field intact, prep, okay. You can see here, first file 12 citations, second file 9 citations, third file 5 citations. So the frequency is available. To calculate the overall frequency, click on start button, say okay. Why? Because already a file is opened in MS Excel, that's why it was closed. Let me open it once again, go to Bibliometric software, I click my software Bibexcel, and I go to my C drive. The C drive, I go to users, desktop, then data for Bibexcel analysis, then my file training.doc, v file. Now file has come. By the time let me go to close these files which I have created in MS Excel. Because when you have file opened in MS Excel, it may not permit you to undertake few operations. So better you close the MS Excel file, then come back to your original file for analysis. Here I click TC, total citations. I select whole field intact. I say prepare. I say okay. Then you can set the answer. First record got 12 citations, second record 9 citations. Let me go to the calculation of frequency distribution. I say start. I say okay. You can see here. There are 44 records without any citation. There are 28 records with 3 citations, 20 records with 1 citation. So I got the answer. What is the name of the file? Training.cit. So let me go to MS Excel now. Let me go to open. Let me go to my file desktop, data, WOS, go and select all files, training.cit, and say open. Say next, finish. You can see here the answer has come. Say insert, and this is number of records, and this is number of total citations. If you want, you can arrange this into in the increasing order. You can go here, filter, arrange from smallest to largest. Say sort, and you can see here. Fine. 44 records, 0 citations. 20 records, 1 citation. 19 records, 2 citations. This goes this way, and you can see here there's only 1 record of the 252 total citations and 2 records of the 296 citations. Fine. If you feel that the table is very long, you can convert into ranges. When you are making a table, no, you need not make such a long table in your research work. You can make a small table this way. For example, a range of citations. You can have your count. For example, 0 citations, 44 records. Then, I'm sorry, 0 citations. Then 1 to 10. How many records have received 1 to 10 citations? 1 to 10 citations. You can see here 1 to 10 citations. You can see that some 181 records. 181 records received 1 to 10 citations. So 11 to 20 citations, you go to 11 here. So 11 to 20, I get around 103 records. This way, you can calculate the percentage for this, and you can make this as a table. Fine. That means the range of citations, number of records, percentage. Instead of showing a lengthy record this way, you can make this table look very simple by preparing a range of citations. Fine. So this way, you can analyze total citations. Let me come back to my original record, training.doc, click view file, got the file. Over the next field, you're going to analyze the same way Z9. Z9 is the total citations received for all the databases like Chinese, citation index, all those things. Whole field, prepare, say OK, you'll get the analysis. So the same way, you can take this file to MS Excel and you can do all the analysis. Let me come back to the base file, training.doc. I select view file. There are a few more fields which can be analyzed the same way. U1 stands for, I told you, within last 180 days, how many times the particular record was downloaded or accessed. You can check. U2 stands for how many times the particular record was downloaded or accessed by the users since 2013. You can analyze. For that, you have to give U2 whole field intact. You say prepare, say OK. First record 16 times accessed and downloaded. Second record, it was downloaded 36 times since 2013. So this record you can have. Then what other fields can be analyzed? You can just have a look at here. FU stands for funding agency. I'll come back to that later. Then publisher, PU publisher, PL, place of publication. So I want to find out who are the most productive publishers in my field. Select PU. Whole field intact. There will be only one publisher for a particular record. Prepare, say OK, and say OK. You'll get here. Okay, Wiley, how many? Wiley Blackwell, how many? First record was published by Wiley V. Second record was published by Wiley Blackwell. So at least you can go here and find out the frequency. Okay, why it says runtime error? I have already opened some file in MS Excel. Let me close the MS Excel file. Okay, after closing MS Excel file, you can come back to your old file. Please understand, whenever you get an output and you take the output to MS Excel file, you need to close the MS Excel file so that you can go and produce the next output file. So be clear with that particular concept. Otherwise, you will be ejected from Excel like this. So let me come back to my file, training.doc. Now I want to analyze, as I told you, publishers. So I select PU. I select the whole field intact. I say prepare. I say OK. I say OK. Now answer has come. First record, second record, third record. I want to get the frequency, hosting, start descending. Click start. Say OK. Now you see 93 records are published by Elsevier Science, 76 by Pergamon Elsevier, 35 by Springer. It is the most productive publishers. Let me go back to my base document, training.doc. And what other fields can be analyzed this way? And you have importantly PY, publication year wise analysis. I go to whole tag, I type PY, whole field intact, because this tag will have only one answer. Prepare, OK. Yes, no problem. First record was published in 2014, second was in 2014, and this shows you all the records. How to get the frequency? Once again, come to left side, hosting, start descending, start, OK, you'll get it. Out of these 549 records, 103 records were published in 2011, 96 in 2012, 96 in 2019, or 2019 goes. You can copy this, copy, say okay. You can go to MS Excel, you can paste, you can get the percentage, you can make a table ready. Fine. This you can find out year-wise analysis of your research output. Fine. Let me go to my base file. Let me tell you what other analysis can be done with this. And there is something called PG, page number. Okay, go to old tab, type PG, whole field intact, prepare, say okay, you'll get first record 9 pages, second record 12 pages. I want to get a frequency, click start here, say okay, you'll get. There are 74 documents with 7 pages, 74 records with 6 pages. Once again, take the entire file to MS Excel, add percentage, your table is ready. So page number wise analysis. Then we go back to base document. Let me see what other analysis can be done. So we have seen publication here, we have seen page number, fine, and anything else is there? Let me just check once, and maybe journal name. In which journal? What are the most productive journals in my research area? You can see a source. SO. Source means publication name, title of a journal. So go to old tag, type SO, whole field intact, prepare, okay, and okay. You can see here, first article was published in Materials and Corrosion Journal. Second one was Polymer International. Third one was Electronic Communication. So it shows. How to get a frequency? Once again, go to left side, hosting, start descending, start, okay. You can see 18 articles are published in this particular journal, 15 articles in this journal. So these first three are, these articles, these journals are the most productive journals which publish a good number of articles in your research paper. Fine. Let me go to my training base file, and these are the tags which have only one item in it. So far we have analyzed the single tag analysis. And dear friends, practice these things. Just go download, go to Google, download Bibexcel. I will give you these TXT files for your practice. The next session, next part of this particular session, I will take you into another set of analysis that can be done in Bibexcel. Thanks so much. Good morning, friends. Welcome back to a session on Bibexcel. Before I proceed further, I would just like to reiterate what we had discussed in the first part of this session. So we had just seen what is the basic layout of Bibexcel screen, what kind of files can be analyzed in Bibexcel, how to prepare a file so that it is ready for analysis in Bibexcel, and we have taken few fields which have only one item and we analyze. This is what we have done in the first part. Fine. And before I start concentrating on next set of analysis, I would like to give a small recap of what we have done in the previous session. So my data is here, training.doc. I have downloaded the data from Web of Science in TXT format. I merged the files into a single file. Then I selected replace line feed with carriage return. Sorry. Then I converted that .txt2 file into a Web of Science compatible file for analysis. I got the file. And so there are many fields which have only one item. For example, publication type, only one answer. Language, only one answer. Document type, only one article, only one answer. So these kinds of fields were analyzed in the first part of this session. For example, you take document type. I want to analyze document type. I have gone to Web of Science. I analyzed data on artificial intelligence or machine learning or cloud computing or biotechnology or systems biology or e-commerce, any topic. I download some data, or I have downloaded the data about an institution and a group of institutions covering a particular period of time. I want to check in the data set what I have, how many types of documents are available, what are the various document types available in my research work. To do so, what you need to do is that first step, you should find out the field on which you want to conduct the study. What is the field? It is DT, document type. So type DT in the old tag file. First step. And second step, come to select the field to be analyzed and see whether the particular field has got only one item or it has got more than one item. If that field is going to have only one item, only one answer, then you select whole field intact. Fine, second step is over. And third step, click on prepare, go ahead, execute. Click on that, the file is going to be executed. Your command will be executed. Say okay, okay. You will get an answer like this: record-wise analysis. First record article, second record article, third record article. It goes this way up to all the view whole file. All the 549 records are there. 549th record is a review. It goes. It is only a record-wise analysis. I want to get a frequency. How to do that? Come to website, frequency distribution, select whole string, and check this sort descending. Say start. Say OK. You'll get the answer. Now you got the frequency distribution of document title-wise distribution, document type-wise distribution of your research output. You can copy the whole thing. Say copy. Say OK, and go to Excel. Paste it. Add column headings, add percentage, your table is ready. Fine. So this is what we discussed in the first part of the presentation. Now in the second part, I would like to throw light on single field analysis once again, but this time those single fields that may have more than one answer. For example, let me go to my base document, training.doc. For example, if you take AU author field, it has got two answers, Kamal C and Sethuraman MQ, two authors. Single field has got more than one answer. Or you go to CI. CI means the affiliation of the author. Kamal, where is he working? And Sethuraman, where is he working? These affiliations are available in C1 address field. So it has got more than one answer. One field has got more than one answer. Fine. If you come down, there's something called FU, funding agency. So there are times when same project is funded by more than two organizations or three organizations. In that case, even FU, funding field, also may have more than one answer. Fine. Let us come down. If you go to these fields, Web of Science category or research areas, even then this article may be classified under one, two categories. Two subject categories. Fine. So these fields also have more than one answer. Fine. Then we had seen this keyword field. It is ID. ID. We have seen ID. ID stands for keywords. Even this field will have more than one answer, because usually authors or publishers, they give more than one keyword for the same article. So these are the few tags which have more than one answer. So let us see how to analyze these kinds of fields. Fine. So let me start with the author field. AU has got two authors, and all these fields, whatever we discussed now, I showed you now, has got more than one item separated by a semicolon. You can see Kamal C semicolon Sethuraman MG. So the items in a particular field are separated by a semicolon. Fine. So let me start about analyzing AU author. What is first step? Find out the field tag AU. Go and type AU. Fine. Then come to select the field to be analyzed. Here, instead of selecting whole field intact, you can go for any semicolon separated field. Fine. So I select any semicolon separated field. Why? Because the author field has got two items. It is separated by semicolon. Fine. I say prep. I say OK. I say OK. I say no need for ordering anything. I say no. You can see the answer. Here it says that first record is written by two authors, Kamal C and Sethuraman. And second article is written by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 authors. Third article by two authors. Fourth article, two authors. So this way, it has separated the fields. Fine. Now you got the answer. Now, I want to find out in my research field, the data set, what I have, who are the most prolific authors. The authors, those who publish the most number of books or papers, or research papers. So for that, how to go about? On the left side, hosting, start ascending, say start, say O. You can see here, Dr. Balasubramaniam is the most prolific author in the data set what I have with 124 records, followed by John S.A. with 72 records, Ilango KP with 61 records. What you can do as usual, either you can copy, okay, copy and go to your Excel file and paste it to get percentages. Otherwise, make a note of the name of the file, training.cat. As I told you, you can go to an Excel file, go to file, say open, go to the folder, our folder, data, then WOS, click all files, training.cat. You click that particular file, say next, next, finish. You can see here, let me insert, this is the count and this is the author. So you can see here now, the name of the author, number of records. Normally counts can be placed over here. So name of the author, number of counts, and you can add percentage. Now the table is ready. Fine. You can get the most predictive authors. Let me close this Excel file. Don't say. Is it fine? So this is how you can find out the most prolific authors. I'll tell you once again. Go to .doc and I've selected AU, any semicolon separated field. Prepare. Okay. Okay. No need to order the units results. Answer has come. Go to left side, hosting, start descending, say start, say okay, you'll get the list. Fine. So this way, you can find out the most prolific authors. The next question comes, sir, I am interested to get the authorship pattern. So I want to find out how many articles written by single authors, how many are written by two authors, how many are written by three authors, four authors, five authors. This way, I want to get the authorship pattern. How to calculate authorship pattern. Okay, that's what you're going to see now. Let me go to my doc file, AU field, any semicolon separated field, click prepare, say okay, okay, no, and you will get the output. First record by Kamal, first record by Setraman, two authors are there. These are article written by two authors. Second article, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 authors have contributed second page. Fine. So I want to find out the authorship pattern. To do so, go to analyze. In analyze, click on units per record. You will find out how many authors are there in each record. Click on, go to analyze, click on units per record. Say okay. See, you got the answer, no? Number of records with the number of units. That means there are 7 records with one author. I think, let me copy this to make this better. I click copy, I say okay. I go to an Excel file and I just paste. You can now understand it in a better way. See now, 7 records have only one author, that is solo author performance, and the joint authorship, one paper, and let me arrange it. Maybe I arrange it from smallest to larger. Sort, yes. So single author articles 7 are there, 2 author articles 277, 3 author papers 169, 4 author papers 53. So authorship pattern is ready. If you total, you get these you get 549 records, and these are the authors. So authorship pattern is ready. You can add a column for percentage. Totally we have 549 records with 1548 authors. Fine. So this way authorship pattern can be calculated by using Bibexcel. Fine. So we have done 2 things. One is by using author field, we have found out the most productive authors, and we have found out how we can calculate the authorship pattern for a given data set. Fine. This is one example for a field which has got more than one answer. The field author has got more than one answer, 2 authors. Fine. And this is clear to you. Let me go back to my second field. Go to training.doc, click on view file, and what is the field I can select next? Let me go to ID field. ID stands for keywords. So every article may have 3, 4, 5, 6 keywords. So a single field has got more than one answer. So the field tag is ID. So I go to bold tag, I type ID, I come to select field, I select any semicolon separated field, because if you see here in the box, each and every keyword is separated by a semicolon. So any semicolon separated field, I click on prepare, I say okay, I say okay, fine. Do you want no any order? No, I don't want to have any order. So let me close the MS Excel file, don't save, fine. Here it says that first record has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 keywords are there for the first record. Okay, so here you can see the keywords are in capital letters. Then that may not look nice, and I want to convert this. How can I do that? Come to edit out file. This is an out file, training.out. Go to edit out file. There, convert upper lowercase. Again, uppercase things can be converted into lowercase, and lowercase things can be converted to uppercase. So click convert uppercase. Now it says that good for cited reference, good for author cited, good for journal name. Okay, good for maybe something like you select anything, no problem. Say okay. You can see here. Now all the keywords are in lowercase. The first letter is a capital letter. Now this is what you want. So it is file name training.low. Fine. So our data is converted into a different letter case. Fine. Now I want to find out two things. One is the most productive keywords, the keywords which are used most by the researchers in my field. So come to whole field, start descending, click on start, say okay. And find out there are 42 records with the keyword systems. There are 41 records with absorption, 37 records with exponential stability. And this way, I can copy this, you can take it to an Excel file and you can add percentage and your table is ready. The most used keywords in your research field. Fine, this is one thing. I want to find out the most productive keywords I find. And secondly, I want to find out the range of keywords. How many keywords are used in the records? How many records I have 1 to 5 keywords? How many records I have 6 to 10 keywords? How many records I have 11 to 15 keywords? So I want to find out the range of keywords. So what should I do? Let us come back to our basic document, training.doc, view file. And let me go to bold tag ID, any semicolon separated field, and prepare, okay, okay, no. Fine, the answer has come. Once you let me go to edit out file, convert upper lowercase and select anyone, say okay, okay, you can see the answer. Now, I want to count how many keywords are there in each and every record. First record, how many? Second record, how many? I want to have a kind of frequency check. So I go to analyze, I click units per record, I click OK. See, you can see here. So there are 23 records with only one keyword, 177 records with 10 keywords, 41 records with 2 keywords, 38 records with 3 keywords. So copy, take it to Excel, add percentage, your table is ready. Range of keywords used in systems biology research output 2010 to 15. It's over. Okay. So what we have done now, I have taken keyword field, I did 2 analysis, the most used keywords and the range of keywords. Fine, this second field we have seen. And what are the other fields which are amenable for such kind of analysis? Let me calm down. We have seen keywords. Let me calm down to check for the fields. Here you can see 2 things are there: Web of Science category and research area. Okay, Web of Science category is the demarcation of various research fields by Web of Science. When an article is deposited into Web of Science, Web of Science categorizes that particular article in any one of the Web of Science categories. Apart from that, that particular article is even assigned to a research area. So both are same but with a different connotation. Let me show you only one thing. Maybe I'll take research area. If you analyze your data, you want to find out what are the various research areas in which my researchers or the researchers of my data set are doing research. So let me analyze this field, because this is a single field has got more than one item separated by semicolon. So what is the field tag? Is SC, any semicolon separated field. I click prepare, I say okay, I say okay, I say no. No means I don't want to have any order of the results. No. You can see here. So first record is given two research areas, assigned two research areas, material science, metallurgy. Second article is on polymer science. Third one is on electrochemistry. Fourth one is on chemistry. Sixth one has got two research areas, chemistry and material science. So this way I got various research areas. Now I want to find out the most influential research areas of my data. Okay, on which particular research area more papers are published. For example, I go to hosting, start descending, click start, say okay, can find out. 156 articles are classified into a research area called chemistry, 95 in engineering, 94 physics, 85 mathematics, 84 material science, 41 computer science. So this way you can find out what are the most prominent research areas of your research data. For example, if you have taken a data from one particular institute, IIM or Gandhigram or any university, you can find out what are the areas in which the researchers, the faculty members of the university are contributing their research papers. You can find out the prominent research areas. Fine. So these are another one. The same way you can try the field above science category also. Let me go to my base document. Let me come down to see any other FU. As I told you, sometimes even funding agency may be 2 or 3 for a single document. So I'll try that also. We click on FU, fine. Any semicolon separated field. I click prepare, say okay, okay. No need to have results in an order. You can find out. First article has got only one funding agency, but second article has got two funding agencies. It means the researchers, I think 7 are there. Those 7 authors got funding from 2 different agencies for carrying out this particular piece of research. Now I got the funding agencies. I go to hosting, start descending, click start, say okay. You find out we got around 21 plus 17, 38 projects funded by University Grants Commission and 28 by Department of Science and Technology. Why 27, 28? Please understand here, sometimes due to the variations, University Grants Commission, UGC. So 2 different names are there. You can see University Grants Commission. So you, as a human being, you need to check the results. Okay, whenever there are some spelling mistakes, it will be showing us 2 different records. So 21 University Grants Commission, 17 University Grants Commission, here 4 University Grants Commission. You have to add all the 3 to find out the total number of projects which are sponsored by University Grants Commission. Fine. So this way, these are a few fields, maybe author field, keyword field, research field, funding agency field, and these are the few fields. Now, I would like to show you 2 more fields which can be exposed to such kind of analysis. Okay, let me go to a very, very important field called, let me go back to my base file, view file, and here C1 stands for address of the author, and if you come down a little bit, CD stands for list of references. If one article has got 40 references, all the 40 references are available here. Fine. And if there are 2 authors for a particular document, the affiliation details of both the authors are available. Now, what I am going to do is that, let me first analyze cited references. I want to analyze the cited references. I want to find out which reference is the most cited, which are the top 10 cited references. They are cited more often in the research papers published by my institution or research works published in a particular field. I want to analyze CD. You can see here, CD is separated by a semicolon. You can see here, at the end of every reference, every cited reference, a semicolon is there. What is the field tag? CD. So I select CD. I go to any semicolon separated field. I click prepare. I say okay. I say okay. I say no. I wait for the results. It's analyzing all the 549 records are analyzed, and there are 17,976 references. If you take even the first record, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 14. So it is got around more than 20, 30 references, the first article alone. So all the 17,000 plus references which are appended to 549 records which I am analyzing now are displayed here. Now I want to find out what are the top most cited references. So as usual, go to hosting, start designing, start, OK, and wait, it is processing all things. It shows that there is a reference which was cited 36 times in the 549 records what we have. And this particular reference is cited in 35 research papers. And another Balakrishnan V 1990 for this paper was added as a cited reference in 35 research papers. So you can just copy, go to MS Excel, you prepare a column percentage, and your table is ready. Top 25 cited references in systems biology research output. The table is ready. Fine. So this way you can find out the most used cited references. Fine. Now let me go back to my file training.doc. I select the view file. I go to my field. What is my file? CD. Fine. If you see here, the cited references are having the name of the author, they have the year, and they have the name of the journal. So three things are there. Now what I can do is that I can take each and every cited reference. I can find out what are all the authors who are more cited in the cited references, and what is the age of the references. So when you see the cited references which are appended at the end of the research paper, they have year. Whether the researchers are citing the recent papers or they are citing the very old classical papers. So I want to find out the age of the references. Fine. Otherwise, I want to find out the journals which are cited more and more in the cited references. Fine. So there are three things. I want to find out the author, those cited more often. I want to find out the age of the references. I want to find out the journals which are most used in the cited references. So I'm going to analyze three things. How to do that? You go to CD, any semicolon separated field, prepare, OK, OK, no. You get the result now. All the references are listed now. Now I want to find out the authors who are most frequently quoted in the cited references. Come to the left side. Here, instead of whole string, you come down, select cited author. Please click cited author, and then click start, say OK. Let us see what's going to happen. You can see here, I think let us not do this setting the timing. Let me go back to this to tell you something. Let me go to CD, any separated field, prepare, OK, OK, and no. Let's wait for result is there. Let us not select the start descending. I have selected cited author. Okay, I have selected cited author. That means I want Bibexcel to extract only the name of the authors from all the references, and the name of the authors will be listed separately. Fine. So I click start. I say OK. You can see here the authors are listed. I think some different names have come. I think let me go back to the field to show you once again. Maybe some issues. Let us set it right. Let me once again go to, let me go back to CD field. The CD field, any semicolon separated field. Okay, abrupt and OK. I say OK, no need for any ordering. Good. Things are analyzed, and let me go to this particular area where see cited author, many options are available. I select cited author, fine, and maybe maybe let me try this remove duplicates. I give start. Let me see what happens now. I think it shows the years. I think some issue with the file. Maybe I will check for the file. I'll come back to this particular option maybe a bit later to you. Maybe in the next part of the session, I will set this right and come back to you. Fine. And let me go back to my base file to show you that there is another very important field which is manual for such kind of analysis called C1. C1 is the affiliation field where you will get the affiliation address of the author consent. So I click C1, fine. Any semicolon separated field, I click prep, I say OK. I say OK, no need to arrange things in any order. And it is divided in a particular style. Maybe I will do one thing. Instead of any semicolon separated field, let me try with the whole field intact. Okay, let me take my DOC file, C1 field, whole field intact, prep, say OK, OK, and you can see. Fine. So now you can see first record author's names and affiliation, and the second one author's name affiliation, third record author's name affiliation. And it has got 3 or 4 steps to be followed to find out the departments where they are working and the country where they are working. So you can conduct 2 different analyses here. One is to find out what are the major institutions doing research in your research area, and secondly, what are the countries from where research papers are coming out. This is a kind of collaboration the researchers have between them. So what is the first step? Please understand. Once you get this result, please go to this is a out file, edit out file, and see here remove square brackets from the field. You can see here square brackets are there in every field. So what I do is that edit out file, I click remove square brackets from whole field. I say OK. I say yes. You can see here all the fields are having the details of only the affiliations, excluding the name of the authors. First one, deemed University, Gandhigram, Rural Institute, Department of Chemistry, Gandhigram, Tamil Nadu, India. Fine. So this way, it will list out all the main departments in the country of each and every record. Fine. Now, I got the addresses. I want to find out the country's name. Okay, for that, what I need to do is that, please go to out file. Here, 2 things are there. One is decompress out file. Okay, go to edit out file, click on decompress out file, say OK, then no. You can see now all the items will be listed one by one. First article written by 2 authors, both are from Gandhigram, so only 1 line. If you take second author, 1 author from Gandhigram, another from university, another from university, another from Indian Institute of Chemistry, another from university, another from Ramasamy University. So the 7 or 8 authors of second paper, they are from these many different institutions. So it listed each and every institution separately. To do so, go to edit out file and click on decompress out file. Fine, this over. Now the files are listed separately. That means if there are more than 1 affiliation in a particular record, all the records are listed individually. Now I have to segregate the country of a particular record from the rest of the items. How to do that? Go to edit out files, and there convert comma delimited addresses. That means wherever comma is there, it is going to separate each and every item into a separate compartment. Convert comma delimited addresses. Say OK. You can see here deemed university slash Gandhigram Rural University dash Department of Chemistry dash Gandhigram dash Tamil Nadu slash, and just before India name of the country you can see a double slash. So this process will result in dividing all the comma separated items into slashes with the double slashes for the field country India. Fine. Now I have to find out of these 549 records, how many countries have contributed their research work into this data set. So come to this portion, I go to, I select country from the drop down menu. I select country, I select remove duplicates and make a new out file. That means I'm going to set only the country and I'm going to make a new file. Fine. Then I say start. Say OK. First record from India because both are from Gandhigram University, India. Second record, one is from Croatia, one is from India, two are from USA, and one is from Croatia, India, USA. These 3 countries they join together and they contribute to a second research paper. So first one is a domestic collaboration and second one is an international collaboration. Is it fine? Sixth one only India, seventh one only India, eighth one only India, ninth one only India. But ninth one is got two. One author is from India, another author is Singapore. So Article 6, 7, 8 are domestic collaboration. Article 9 is the international collaboration. So I just found out the list of countries. Now I can go here to find out the frequency. Select hosting, start descending, say start, say OK, you'll get out of 49 records. All the 49 records have at least one Indian author. 16 authors are from South Korea, 13 from Malaysia, 6 from Saudi Arabia, 6 from US. Fine. So this way you can find out the most productive countries in your research paper. This can be copied or you can open this file training.c18 in an Excel file, add percentage, your table is ready. So this way you can find out the most productive countries. So now I want to find out what are the most productive major departments, research departments. Let me again show you the whole process once again. Let me go to DOC, click view file. Then I'm going to analyze, what is the name of the file? I'm going to analyze C1. Okay, whole field intact, prepare, say OK, OK, you'll get that. Okay, what are the steps? First step, you should remove the square brackets. Edit out file, remove square brackets from the whole field. Say OK. Yes. Now square brackets is the name of the authors are removed. Second step, go to edit out file, say decompress out file, say OK, say no. Now each and every affiliation is listed in different lines. Second step. And third step, go to edit out file, click on convert comma delimited addresses, say OK. Now third step is over where each and every item has got a slash except the country which is preceded by a double slash. Now I want to analyze the country that was over. Now I want to analyze the main departments, main organizations. How to analyze? Please come to left side. Here click the downward arrow and here you can select there is something called main organization. You can select main organization. Fine. You can say remove duplicates. You can select make new file because I want to have a new file. Click start. Say OK. You can see here. First record, deemed University Gandhigram. Second record, Gandhigram, Indian. So all the major institutions are listed, research organizations which are involved in this particular field of research. Once again, you come back to the frequency button, select the whole string, start descending, click start, say OK. You can see here. So 264 Gandhigram Road University, 149 deemed University, 77 Gandhigram Road Institute. All three are same. Since every time author gives a different name, it's spelled out, we kindly combine 264 plus 149 plus 77 plus 47. All these things are from Gandhigram Road University, 13 from PSNA College, and 12 from Bharatiya University, 11 from Anna University, and Gideon Arts College, 8 are there. This way you can find out the major research organizations. Fine. So by taking the address, you can analyze the most productive countries and you can find out the most productive departments. Fine. Let me go back to my base file training.doc. I click view file and here let me go back to this the file which we had some problem. That means we discussed about I think CD field where list of references are available. Let me go to whole field intact, then prep, say OK, OK, and you get all the references. Now all the references are listed here one by one. Now let me try with this cited, authored, all those things. Let me try whether this works out. I click cited author, fine, and I say maybe start. Let us see the output. You can see here first, second. I think some problem is there in the analysis this particular file. Maybe let us close this Bibexcel once again, open and I'll show you. And so till then we have seen few examples like the fields which have more than one item, and we have seen how to analyze, how to find out the most productive authors, how to find out the authorship pattern, how to find out the most used keywords, range of keywords, most research areas, and the most main departments. And these are the few things we discussed in the second part of this presentation. And I have got one more part of this presentation, the third part. We will take up another concept called how to compare two different fields. You take two fields, you want to make a cross tabulation. Now, how to conduct these kinds of analysis in my third and last part of the presentation. Till then, thank you so much. Good morning, friends. Happy to meet you again in the final session on Bibexcel. The last two sessions, we had an analysis on how you can convert the data downloaded from Web of Science database into a .doc file which can be understood, which can be analyzed in Bibexcel software. And I even demonstrated on what are the tags which can be analyzed, single tag analysis, and single tag which has multiple components in it. So that analysis, so we had seen thread bit manner. But one thing which we had problem in the last session was that I was not able to show you how you can extract the name of the author, year of publication, and the journal name from cited references. That is a problem we had in the last session. I thought before I start the third part of the session on Bibexcel, I thought I would show you how we can go about with that particular aspect. So let me go to my file. Let me go to C drive, then users, desktop, then data for Bibexcel analysis, then WOS training.doc. That by our base file. Fine. And as I told you, what is the tag name? The tag which has got all the cited references are found in CD field. So I click CD, fine, and I say any semicolon separated field, because this single field has got many items. Each item is separated by a semicolon. So click on prepare, say OK, then again OK, say no, you'll get the answer. So now, if you take the first article, it has got more number of cited references, and each and every reference is given a separate line. Fine. So we have got the output now. 549 records are analyzed, and we have 17,976 references which are appended to these 549 research papers under study. Now, from these cited references, I would show you how you can extract the authors, how you can extract the age of the references, now how you can take away the journal name. Fine. So come to the left portion. Here there's an option called cited author. Click sort descending, say start, click OK, you'll get the answer. Okay. Among those 17,000 cited references, 96 references were to Balasubramaniam, 88 to Wang, 84 to Parr. It goes this order. So this you can find out who are the most productive authors who are mentioned in the cited references appended to research papers. It's the first thing. And second, let me go to my training.doc, my base file. I go to CD old tag, any semicolon separated field. I click prepare, say OK. I say OK, I say no. Fine. So once again, you'll get the same result where each and every cited reference is listed one by one. Here, instead of cited author, let me click cited year. Fine. I want to extract cited year. Fine. Start descending, say start, say OK. You can see here, there are 1,484 documents which have cited references published in the year 2009, 2008, 2007, 2006. This way, you can see the whole list of the age of cited references. So what you can do is that you can go to Excel file, open this training.cit, and you copy, add column percentage, everything, and your table is ready. Fine. The same way, let me select this OUT out file, which has got the result. From this file, once again, let me go to cited journal, start descending, click start, say OK. You can see here now, the most productive journals appeared among the cited references come as a result. For example, 39 cited references were from Journal of Indian Chemical Society, and 36 from IEEE system, something like that, and 35 from physics, chemistry, something like that. So these are the journals, okay, which were most frequently used among the cited references. Fine. So this way, by using one particular field called CD field, you can generate 5 different tables. What are the 5 tables? You can find out which is the which 10 are the most cited references. I told you in the last session. And second, you can find out range of cited references. Cited reference 1 to 10, how many articles? 11 to 20, how many articles? You can have a range of cited references. And thirdly, the most cited authors in the cited references. The most cited years, age of the references. Then most cited journals among the cited references. So just by taking this one particular tag, you can create 5 tables for your research work. Fine. So this is one thing which we had a problem in the last session. I think you are clear now. So now let me step into this particular third part of the session, wherein I would like to concentrate only one aspect. That is, see, till day we have seen how to analyze a single tag, maybe author, maybe year, maybe document type, something like that. Now, in this part, I would like to demonstrate how you can analyze 2 tags together. How you can create a cross tabulation of 2 units, 2 tags. For example, I want to find out either year-wise, document type-wise distribution. I want year-wise total citations. I want year-wise number of cited references. See, you can have 2 tags. You want to analyze both the tags as a kind of cross tabulation to each other. So how can you do that? Fine. So let me go to training.doc. I say view file. This is our training file. Fine. Now, for example, I have DT's document article. Fine. Now I want to find out document type versus year of publication. So I want to take both the tags, both the fields. I want to create a combined table. Fine. So let me start with DT, document type. I type document type in the whole tag column. Here, document type is single thing. So whole field intact. There only one answer, not 2. Say I say prepare. Say okay. Okay. It gives a list. First paper is an article. Second paper is an article. Fine. Now this is we already seen this also. Now I want to add year of publication as another component of this particular table. How to do that? Please come here and type PY. You know, PY stands for publication year. Here, add field to units. That means if you want to add any more field to the result, you can click here. Add field to units. Say okay. Say no. Okay, yes. You can see here, previously we had only 2 columns. Now, third column has come. First article, first paper, it is an article published 2014. Second paper is a second research paper. What we have is a research, it's a journal article published in 2014. This way, it shows you. Fine. Now, for all the 549 papers, I got document type and year of publication. Okay, fine. Now, what is the name of the file? See, whenever you create a result in Bibexcel, which is out of the combination of 2 tags, 2 fields, then obviously the file extension will be .jn1, joint jn1. Remember this? Fine. Now, let me go to MS Excel. I go to File. I say Open. Let me go to Desktop. Let me go to Data. Let me go to WOS. Click all files. Fine. You can see here now training.jn1. Click that. say open. Fine. It asks you to split the columns. I say next, I say next, I say finish. You can see here 3 columns are there, and I go to insert. First one is the serial number, second is document type, and third is the publication year. Fine. Is it clear? Now I got 3 columns. Now I want to create a matrix, 2 into 2 matrix, a cross tabulation between these 2 items. How to do that? It's very simple. First of all, you click your cursor over here and click these 3 columns and press shift control, press shift control and click downward arrow. Fine. So you need to press 3 things: shift, control and downward arrow to select all the 549 records. Now all are selected. Now I'm going to create a table. How to do that in Excel? Excel is having a wonderful provision called pivot table. See, insert pivot table, a table that helps you to create cross tabulations of 2 different values based on their frequency. Fine. And here I go to insert, I go to pivot table, again I select pivot table. So it automatically has selected the range, all the 549 items. I say OK. And you can see here a small right side, you can see pivot table field list has come. That means MS Excel asks you to define out of these 3 items, which one should be placed in the column, which one should be placed in the row, and on which field basis analysis is to be done. So 3 things you have to decide. For example, I want publication year to be placed in the row. So I give a single left click, I drag it, I hold my left side of my mouse button, I drag it and I leave it in rows. Fine. You can see here, here has come. Then I select document type by giving a single left click, I drag it to columns label. See now columns, the document types are up here. And thirdly, I have got a serial number. So I take a serial number, I go to values, something else, let me remove this. Okay, a serial number I have taken, but it says sum. I don't want the sum. You click this small arrow button, click on value field settings and go and select count. So I want only simple count, how many letters were published, how many reviews are published, how many research full text papers are published. I just want to count. Select count, say OK. You can see here, you can see the result now. It's very clear. Now this is year, I have selected in the row, and this is a document type. I want to be the column headings and counts are there. That means out of 96 articles published in 2009, 92 are articles, 1 is a proceedings paper, 1 is a book review, and 2 are reviews. This kind of cross tabulation you can create using pivot table. Okay, you can select the portion, say copy, you can go a new sheet and you can paste. If you can add a percentage so that the table, cross tabulation is ready. That is document type wise, year wise, publication of systems, research, biology, something like that. You can add it. Fine, the table is ready. So this is how you create cross tabulation. Once the process over, kindly close this JN1 file. This file, you can just close it. Okay. If you want, you can save it and close it. Fine. So this is how you can have 2 tags and you can combine them and you can do analysis. Okay, let me show you another example. Click on training.doc, click view file. Our original file is there. Now I have to find out year-wise total citations. Oh, fine. Otherwise, I want to have maybe like let me take something like number of references you can take, total citations, or usage count. You can take and analyze, no problem. Any 2 things you can take. For example, let me take another example: authored versus publication year. I just want to know which authors published papers in which and all years. I want to take top 10 authors, most prolific authors. I want to find out year-wise distribution of research productivity of top 10 authors, something like that. Okay. So what I do is that first I select author, go to old tag, type AU. AU field may have more than one answer, more than one author. So I click any semicolon separated field. I say prepare. I say okay. I say okay. I say no. Fine. So you can see here first article written by two authors, first Kamal and Sethuraman. So this is listed. Now authors are ready. Now I want to add one more element called the publication year to the authors. How to do that? Once again, go to old tag, type PY, year of publication, and click add field to units. Say okay. Say no. Say yes. Fine. This is for overwriting. Fine. You can see here one more new column has come. That is, this is record number, this is name of the author, and this is year of publication. Fine. I got a new file named as training.jn1. Let me go to Excel. I'll go to file. I go to open. Once again, let me go to desktop and I'll go to my folder. I go to my folder once again, click on all files. You get training.jn1. Okay, say open. Fine. Next, finish. Now three columns have come. Let me name the column. You should name the first. First one is serial number. Second one is author. Next one is publication year. So these are ready. Now I want to select. Okay, select first row, three columns. Click Shift, Control, and then press downward arrow. All the 549 records are selected. Fine. Let me go to Insert. Click on Pivot Table. Click on Pivot Table. Click on OK. Now all the fields are come. Let me decide which field should come in the row item, which field should come in the column item, and which should be the field for finding out the frequency. So I select publication year. Let me go to column label. Let me select author. Let me go to row label. Select serial number. Take it to value section. Here sum of serial number is there by default. Please select that. Go to value field settings. Click count. Say OK. Fine. You can see the result here. Beautiful result. Here Agarwal has written 3 articles, 1 in 2013 and 2 in 2012. What you can do is that you can select the grand total, the total of records written by authors, and here there is an option for sorting. You can take something like maybe you select this, maybe largest to smallest, say OK. So now you can see here Balasubramaniam is the author with 124 research papers, of which 19 in 2009, 20 in 2010, and so on. And you can take either the entire table, you can take only those authors, those who contributed 10 or more authors. There are more papers. So go to your file, okay, you can paste, your table is ready. That means this is the year-wise distribution of top 10 most productive authors in your research field. So this kind of combinations and all you can carry out in Bibexcel. So let me select my file, where at my analysis, let me close the file. Otherwise, no, this will create a problem. I say no, let this file be there, or even this file also can be closed after saving. You can close this file also. Fine. Fine. So the second example. So I would like to show you only one more example. See, we had seen something called Web of Science categories or research areas. I just want to find out how a particular research area is progressing in my research data. So I have collected data from a particular institute or a particular subject, maybe like artificial intelligence or e-commerce. I want to know in e-commerce what are the various research areas that are getting prominent. What are the research areas which have shown a kind of declining trend in terms of number of counts. So to analyze those things, what I do is that let me go to my base file training.doc. I click view, file is there. I select SC. I think if I'm right, SC is a field tag name for research areas. I suppose yes, I'm right. SC stands for subject category. Okay. One subject, one record may have more than one subject category. So I select any semicolon separated field. I click prepare. I say okay. I say okay. I say no. Fine. Now let's come. So first record is put in two different research areas, and second record is having only one research area called polymer science, and third area has got only electrochemistry. So many different kinds of subject or research areas are there. Now I want to find out year-wise growth of different research areas in my selected topic. Fine. How to do that? You go to PY, publication year, click on add field to units. I say okay, I say no, I say yes. Fine. This for overwriting. Fine. Now you can see here, this document was published in 2014. First record, second record was published in 2014. So it shows all the records. Now, as usual, once you get training.jn1, this is an extension for all these kinds of two tags, combined files. You go to MS Excel, fine. Go to open, fine. And let me select for my folder. I go to data. I have my file. I click all files. I select training.jn1. I say open. I just split it, next, finish. It has come. As usual, let us give the column headings. First one is serial number, then is research area, then comes publication year. Now, see, ready. Now I select the first row. I press shift, control and down where arrow to select all the 549 records. I go to insert. I go to pivot table, I select pivot table, I say okay. So all three items have come. Let me take research area into rows because many items are there. Publication year on the column, it is very less in number, so I have chosen year of publication to appear as column headings. And serial number as a value to be analyzed. By default, the sum is there. Click on this arrow, select value field settings and click count, say okay. Now you can see now, see, agriculture, 4 documents, out of which 2 are published in 2010, 1 was in 2009, and 1 was in 2011. Once again, you can select this, control, shift plus downward arrow, all the items are selected. Once again, you can go and click this button, largest, smallest, say okay. So MEC is the topmost research area in the institution I have chosen, and followed by engineering, then physics, then mathematics, police. So what you can do is that you can just select the top, the research areas which have contributed 10 or more than 10 papers, copy it, go to a new file, maybe go to new, create, and you can control V. See, now another table is ready. So this is year-wise distribution of, year-wise research area-wise distribution of your research output. So these are a few examples wherein you can add 2 different tags to create a crash tabulation of your analysis. And see, there is no limit on this particular style. You can have a country versus document type. You can have country versus publication year. You can have main organization versus publication year. You can have country versus total citations. You can have main organization versus total citation. You can have journal versus total citation. You can have author versus document type. You can have keywords versus publication year. You can have author versus citation. So this way you can have any number of combinations, but the same process, whatever we have done now, I have shown you now, you will follow it. You can have these kinds of cross tabulations in Bibexcel. Fine. So that's what I want to show you. Before we close the session, I would like to tell you 3 more things. One is how to calculate H index. So I want to calculate H index for authors. How can we do it in Bibexcel? So just very simple. You have to take author as one field, total citation is another field, and you can calculate H index. Let me proceed with that. So you need the name of the authors first. So let me go to my file, training.doc, click view, your file is there. Go to the old tag, I type AU, you know AU stands for author. The field author may have more than one author, more than one item. So I select any semicolon separated field. I say prepared, I say okay, I say okay, I say no. You can see now all the authors are listed. Now I want to add total citation to the names of the authors. How to do that? Come back to old tag, type TC. TC stands for total Web of Science core collection time cited. Okay. Click on add field to units. Say okay. No. Let us override, no problem. You can see here, first article has got 12 citations. Second article has got 9 citations. Okay, third one has got 5 citations. So these 3 things are now available. Fine. So now what I am going to do is that now I am going to type a small formula here. It goes 2 by 3. What is the formula? You have type 2/3 in the box section. Then go to edit out file and you have to click an option called select columns. What is that? You have to select columns. Okay, it says, shall I do that? Yes, okay. Okay, now I have selected the columns. Now what is the last step? I go to analyze, I click Hutch index. I say yes. I say okay. See here, you got a beautiful result now. Let me go to MS Excel to explain what this result is all about. What is the name of the file? As usual, yes, you are right. Training.hutchdx. It has given you the Hutch index, so it is termed as hutchdx file. So let me go to MS Excel. I go to file, I go to open, I go to desktop, I go to my file, and I go to my folder, and I go to all files. 1 minute. Amaguti, plug point from Appa PowerPoint. Appa charge it wrong, Appa. Charge it wrong, Appa. My phone charger. I'm sorry, my phone is having a low battery, so I asked my daughter to bring charge it. Fine, let me go. And here you have to select training.hutchdx. I'm sorry. Okay, select training.hutchdx. Click on open. Say next, finish. You can see now a beautiful table has come. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. First column says what is the Hutch index of an author. Second column says what is the name of the author. And third column says citations. And fourth column also says citations. And last column tells how many articles the particular author has written. Fine. You can ask the question, sir, why 2 columns are there? Citations. What is the difference between those 2? Let me just expand and tell you. Yes. This is author Balasubramaniam, and his Hutch index is 35, followed by John S.A. with 26, and Meenakshi with 25, Rakiyappan with 23, and Muralidharan with 22, Mari Muthu with 23. So all the Hutch index of authors are listed, name of the author, and here number of articles written by Mr. Balasubramaniam, Mr. John, Mr. Meenakshi, Mrs. Meenakshi, and all. Then this means Dr. Balasubramaniam has got 3,307 citations. This is the total number of citations Dr. Balasubramaniam had received for 124 articles. Fine. And what is this? Citation sum within Hutch score. It means that to get the Hutch index of 35, how many citations received? That means for the article till he received 35 citations, okay, the total citations he received for those many articles are 1902. Okay, fine. Are you getting it? So Hutch index is nothing but, if you say Balasubramaniam has got 35 as his Hutch index, it means that 35 of his articles are cited at least 35 times. That means if there are 35 articles, all the 35 articles are cited at least 35 times, minimum 35 times they are cited. That's why his Hutch index is 35. So till that particular article, how many citations he received? So that total is 1902. This is another beautiful table. You can have one table like name of the author and Hutch index, And second table, name of the author with all citations. Third table, name of the author with citation sum within H code. So from this you can have 3 different tables. Fine. And this is how you can calculate H index of authors. Fine. So far we discussed how you can take 2 tags and you can combine them to form a cross tabulation. You may ask the question, sir, is it possible to have 3 tags to be analyzed in a single table? Yes, of course we can do it. But the only thing is the table will become very clumsy and very lengthy, and you may feel difficult to write interpretation, but still it is possible. For example, let me go to training.doc. I click view file. Now I want to select publication here. Fine. And I go to whole field intact, prepare. I say okay, okay. Yes, no problem. Here year has come. Now in the year I want to add document type. Fine. DT, add field units. Okay. No for any, nothing to order it. You can overwrite it. See, now 2 tags are added. Now I want to add one more thing called total citations. So click TC in the old tag, click add field to units, say okay. No. You can see now. See, first record published in 2014. It is an article that got 12 citations. So this way, any number of fields you can, any number of tags you can add, and you can form a cross tabulation of more than 2 items also. So these are the few things which you can actually do in Bibexcel. But dear friends, please understand whatever I had covered in these 3 sessions, they are just maybe 20% of the strength of Bibexcel. Remaining 80% is to be explored by me, and that is to be explored by you too in the days to come. So this is all about analyzing a data what we have downloaded from Web of Science database. You can ask the question, sir, what about Scopus data and what about PubMed data? Same. Only thing is, those formats will have different tag names. Okay, here we say AU, in Scopus it may be called some other tag. So only tag you should understand. For example, let me go here, data for Bibexcel analysis. Here, let me select Scopus RIS data. I have got RIS data, Research Information System. When I was downloading data from Scopus, I downloaded the data in the form of RIS format. Fine. How many files are there? There are 2 files. Okay, let me see how you can analyze these data in a couple of minutes. So you can select both the files as we did previously. I want to combine both the files into a single file. You can give a click on this box, type new file name, double click. You can give a name for the file. You can say final Scopus. Fine. Okay. And you can say edit, go to file, append all selected files to another. Say okay. Okay, you wait for some time. Now both the files are getting merged into a single file. If you're having only one file, you can start doing the analysis. Since I've got 2 files, I need to combine both the files which I've taken from Scopus. In the same way, you can download the documents from PubMed file. PubMed is a free database, and you can download in text file, or there's something called a Medline format. You can download the things in Medline format also, it accepts. Let us see why it takes some more time. We'll wait for a couple of minutes to check it. And I think it's take more records are there, because when you're downloading the data from Web of Science, at a time you can download only 500 records. Fine. But in the case of Scopus, you can download around 2000 records at a time. Okay, so you can download 2000 records at a time. That's why I think it takes a little time. Let us wait for some time. If it doesn't take less time, we'll move on to PubMed database. I'll show you how you can analyze a PubMed database. I think it takes more time to analyze, or so we'll do one thing. Let us we'll close Bibexcel. We'll come back and start afresh. See, close the program. I click Bibexcel once again. I go to C drive. In C drive, users, desktop, data, In data, I go to Scopus RIS data. I think it has come. Final scopus.ris. View file. Maybe let us try again, no problem. I give a click here. I select once again our normal file name, training. That is easy to remember. I say training.ris. I go to file. I say append all selected files to another. Say OK. Let us see now. The number of records are more in size. Web of Science takes some more time to do the analysis also. For example, whatever analysis I had shown you, I had only 549 records taken from Web of Science, so less number. So it was speedy enough to analyze all the indicators. But here, I think more records are there, so it takes some time. Let's wait for a couple of minutes. Otherwise, you'll close this and go to PubMed data set. Or let me do one thing. Instead of combining two files, I'll show you how Bibexcel deals with the RIS files. Maybe in your side, from your side, you can take more time to merge the records in the same way what I told you for the previous Web of Science case. I go to data, I go to Scopus. I take only one file now. Okay, I'll take only one file. Just come now, but I think since we close the program in between, no. So I'll take first file 2010-14.ris. I go to edit doc file, replace line feed with the carriage return. Say OK. Say OK. No problem. Now it is analyzing the file. Let us see what is the result of this analysis. I think it's got some issue with the RA system. Maybe we will come back to it a bit later. So now we will select a PubMed file and see. Maybe by the time I think system becomes okay, we'll come back and analyze the other one. Let me go to data. Let me go to PubMed data. I got only one data. This PubMed result, the Medline Covin format. Okay, let me go to miscellaneous, convert to dialog format. Convert from Medline format. Okay, let's say OK. Now it is converting the txt file what I downloaded from PubMed into a file that can be understood by Bibexcel. See, the result is there. Here fields names are different. See, PM, OW, ST, LR, IS, DP, DI, TA stands for title, and AB stands for abstract, FA stands for first author, AD stands for author, AD stands for address. So only fields are different, but you can conduct same kind of analysis. You can take one field, you can take one field with many items, you can take two fields. All the analysis, whatever you had done using Web of Science, same analysis can be done in PubMed item also. You have to get this file, okay, and you can analyze. For example, I want to have only one analysis to show. For example, there is something called LA English. Here also LA stands for English. I select LA. LA is a single field, whole field intact. Prepare, say OK. See, let's come. As usual, you go to hosting, start descending, start. OK, you can see now 2166 English records, 182 another language, 15 French, 9 Spanish, and 6 are in English and Portuguese. So all these kinds of same methodology of doing it. Okay, now let me go back to this. How we can do with PubMed. The only thing is you should find out what is the meaning of, okay, what is the meaning of PM, what is the meaning of FA. After understanding the field name, tag name, you can start analyzing one by one. Let me go to data for analysis. Let me go to this Scopus RS data. I select one Scopus data. Okay, fine. 2010. I select, I go to miscellaneous, I go to convert dialog format, and I go to Web of Science plain text Scopus RS format. I say OK. Let's wait for the answer. I think Bibexcel has some toughness with Scopus RIS format, it seems. While it is very easy with Web of Science database and PubMed database, it takes some time to deal with the bibliographical fields of Scopus, especially that is in RIS format. I personally believe, because every time you try with Scopus RIS set, it takes more time and it's not responding immediately. Fine, okay, maybe I have to wait for some time. But please understand, dear friends, and in the way you can download data from Web of Science or Scopus or PubMed, you can do all kinds of analysis, whatever you have done. So if you are familiar with Bibexcel, I am sure minimum of 25 tables can be created for any given data set. Go to Web of Science, download the data, put into MS Excel, and with the help of Bibexcel, you can make minimum 25 to 30 tables. So I'm sure you have got a good idea about use of Bibexcel. If there's any doubt, come back to me, and maybe in the next session, I would like to come back to you to discuss something more about the use of scientometric indicators, especially using MS Excel. Thank you, friend. Thank you so much.